Evening, everyone. My name is Flicker, and tonight I'm going to be getting my Sky Dailies done. Hmm. I do not need help. Not with this game, at least. With focusing on my own life and getting stuff done, maybe. But hey, that's been the struggle I've been fighting against for a good portion of my life, anyways. Damn it, I didn't even do that in the right order. Let's see. Don't need any friends' help, so that makes things easier. Another night of me being a bit tired. Another day of just wondering, okay, so am I going to get something done? Because I managed to get some editing done today, even if I didn't really acknowledge it as much in my mind. If I really think about it, there's not often in my life where I actually take space to be asked to be listened to. The only person I can seem to consistently do that around is my mom, because we're kind of forced to get along with each other by living in the same house. She's a friend, but doesn't mean I want to stay here. Just wish I wasn't so fucking incompetent. I've got no predictions for where my mood or attitude or ramblings are gonna go tonight, so if you need to dip out of the video by any means, feel free to do so. I'm glad you're prioritizing your mental health. Alright. A friend to tag along. That way I don't forget it yet again and end up making this recording even longer. Honestly, if you could do this with like several of the already pre-existing spirits and use it as a way to like slowly but surely farm hearts, I would be absolutely ecstatic at that. Like, sure, you can repeatedly take out the same spirit on a trip to hang out, because, well, that would just get a little bit broken. But you could have, like, a selection of spirits to choose from across all the different seasons for those that are in town. How are you doing? Yep, still got a ways to go. How many days are left? 60. Okay, 2 months worth then. I'm trying to figure out a way to narratively translate world hopping in VR chat to something a little bit more grounded, but still just as, and yet it still works as a decent enough parallel to convey the idea. Because I've taken a second look over at the whole rough draft I have outlined for my fictional self's story. And honestly, it reflects a lot on Trace's experience in Headspace, if not very many other parts of ourselves and the experiences that came with. I may have originally written it as a way to vent from a whole different thing, but I can probably adapt it into my living self a bit better than I previously thought. Especially for the one part that's actually half well written. Ooh. You can take the spirit over to see his fellow, like, friends. I haven't seen them in a while, has he? Yep. Ah, well, you're here. Feel free to make conversation if you want. I'm gonna go empty a cave of some wax. That's about the closest thing you can get to treasure here. Oh, you're coming with? Okay. I didn't think you'd be interested. I'm also still trying to figure out, like, the appropriate ranges for the 3 different abilities that kind of ended up being inherited from a previous version of my fictional self. One of her past lives and whatnot, if not multiple of her past lives. Because there's Lucid Figment, which cannot create energy of its own. It can translate one's willpower into the shape-shifting pseudomass that can basically be used as a weapon. By imparting one's own will into it, they can convert one's willpower into kinetic energy. But they can't do chemical energy. They can absorb energy from external and to channel it. Can't really absorb it and then bury it deeper into one's own willpower, though. Now, what's the range limitations on that gonna be? Because I want it to be a comfortable enough area around the caster or user to where it's like, okay, they've got this as their fighting territory as their sphere of influence if they really want to manifest anything on a whim. But then what about when something is outside of that sphere of influence? Will they be able to launch projectiles out? Well, the answer to that is yes. Converting willpower to kinetic energy and/or mass, wait. There's all the usual conditions of it, but then how am we going to translate the hijacking portion properly? Because I've currently got it written where another person after 10 minutes to have passed from like a shard of the lucid figment being swung around as a makeshift weapon, discarded from the rest of it in an attack effort or whatnot. How long would that take? No, I've got the length of time, but how would I phrase it so that way it doesn't take up an entire paragraph to explain it with fancy words? Not everyone's going to be able to read fancy words since attention spans are shorter. People don't read as many books as I used to. Hell, I don't read as many books as I used to. I usually just stick to like manga or whatnot, webcomics. And I want to be able to draw out the examples of it, of its practical options. Because the most interesting thing about a power is not about what it can do, but about what it can't, and how people still use what it can't do to their advantage. Be it against their enemies, or for themselves. Because by hijacking a piece of lucid figment, you impart your own willpower into it in order to sustain it. But in doing so, you then lose willpower from your own body, and lethargic and otherwise kicks in. So it's high risk, high reward. Let alone if you don't have good focus, the weapon isn't going to manifest like you want. The tool isn't going to manifest as a weapon, it's just going to be like some flickering extension of you. Wait, no. Trial! Maybe they'll help, maybe they won't. I'm gonna be left waiting either way, so why not? technically the limit of one's ability to wield lucid figment beyond their usual reach is a limitation of their imagination and their ability to properly visualize it, what they want to have happen. Definitely not free run magic levels of visualization. Because if you don't have the proper weight or impact of an action memorized or visualized, then no matter how much you want it to, that thing ain't going to pierce through what it intends to. So then there's Spite with its own complications, which it has about the same normal range as Lucid Figment, but it cannot be used beyond that range as easily. Because the normal range is where you can summon and manifest the things and stay in control of them. The outer range is where they will persist if need be, or if they have the means to, but otherwise may ultimately not be within your range of influence. I'd have to scale it relative to regular people versus my fictional self. Because you can train each of these things, but it's not going to be reasonable or easy. Not sure why I'm doing the trials. Guess I felt like it. No. Nope. Fuck. Nut trap? Nut trap. And reset. Okay, good. Oh. Oh, brick. Yoink. Hang. Tenacity. Yeah. Somewhere around there. Hi. Yeah, I think I'll only do one at a time each recording from here on out, because if I try to do all 4 of them each time I want to make a recording, then it doesn't matter how dedicated I am or how skilled I can end up being. Ain't gonna do shit in that regard, because the trials still take a while. Yoink. Yoink is the opposite of yeet. Sure, why not? Got the whole rainbow. Yep. Ooh, nice combination of yellow. Look at that. Ah! Oh, I can at least get this off. Select 5 crabs. You don't mean 5 pumpkins? Hmm. There we go. Free the butterflies. Hey yo, I'm back. Take me to your leader. It would be nice to see someone prank me with one of those candle hats. I've yet to have that happen. Lucid Pigment, Flame Spite, and Encodance Line. Encodance Line. Small. I'll actually make this pretty easy. No! Why have you done this? Damn you didn't make me small again. Damn, I was hoping to get that one already. Off the bat. I look rather spooky. And now I will bid you adieu. Thank you, have a good time. Aww, bugger. Ooh. I like that hair. Comes with the hat, doesn't it? Wonder what it would look like without the hat. Ah, you're over here today. What are you gonna say? Look up. Oh. I swear, if someone manages to write gullible in the ceiling in this game, I am going to be both miffed and entirely amused. Oh. Be too funny. Ah, you stole my lungs. Oh, spirit. You cannot do that here. Shit. Okay, after the next set of wax, yep, right after that is collected, I am going to jump outside and say goodbye. Didn't mean to keep you any longer than you wanted to be. Ah, ba-da-da-ba-da. I have to go home. Bugger. Spooky. Oh, sorry. Ah! It takes a moment for you to form, so I apologize. One more. Bye. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna keep going in and out of here now just to see where all the message spots that they pop up are. Alright, you're here now. Same shit, different day. Understandable. Goodbye. Also makes wax collection faster. Unintentionally. Never would have thought of that. The mind can see solutions the eye cannot. Yeah, no, if I hadn't been, like, judging myself so harshly, maybe I would have just been chill. What are you doing over there? Oh, what do you say? Captivated by these creations. Got it! Bippity-boppity-boo. I know I need to move to an area of soft ground to burrow. I don't want to burrow right now. I am not the fox known as Lillian. I do not want to burrow into the ground any chance I get. Dork little shell. Alright, got that mission done. The other 3 shouldn't be too difficult. Chill jump through here should be enough. Service split already, got it. Is the rain gonna put out this candle on top of my head? Or will it not be able to? Candle still lasts a while longer. Neat, so it can be put out. Noted. That could make for an interesting combo. Infiniflame! The torch lights the candle, the candle lights the torch. They keep each other alight. Oh, if only. That would be very silly, though. doubt that it will disappear quickly enough. There goes the candle. Get over here. I'm gonna give you a hug. Yoink. Okay, now I'll give you a hug. Hop. Or I could have dunked them into the hug. Ooh, I like that idea. Okay. Oh. Beautiful. Oh, nice. Oh. I should have slid off that ledge as easily as butter off bread onto the floor. Come on now. Yellow. Oh, cyan. Not there. No, not that one. Only cyan? Strange. We should be able to get that next mission done in a short moment. I want to see what color pops up next. Oh. Ah, there we go. Got my usual clothes back, hell yeah. Oh? Hello? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, definitely don't want to give Pyro a whole bunch of attention. Sorry for running across the table, not sorry. Okay, actually, I'm a little sorry. After all, NPC there makes good meals. Good food, good mums. Sorry, not sorry. Fucking cheeky. Serve him rude, could you not right now? It's good silly fun. I haven't heard it in a while. Nice to meet you. Yes, I did just manage to face plant myself into the ground twice now. No, it was not tucked. There we go. Yeah, they were honestly the faster short ones. They're done around there. Okay. Turbo charge! Well, I mean, I didn't want to end up under here, but okay. Confusing, but we made it to the point we wanted to. What was that? I'm sorry, but that was just sad. Just a little onto the ground when I was aimed at the fucking leaf. Be free! No, seriously, please be free. I don't want to have to rescue you again. Okay, so I can incorporate that into the flight pattern. Yeah, might as well. Ooh, we missed the bird timing. Damn. Alright, not quite, but would I even want to salvage that? No, I wouldn't. Well, looks like I don't get a choice. I get a chance. Barely gained anything. And of course they're gonna go for that. Okay, that actually worked out. It's always confusing when I try to do something without the cam nearby, because I can't tell if I gave the correct inputs or not. I can only hope I did. Oh, come on! Killed one. No. Bad count. Bad. Let me burn you down. Let me get my wax. Oh, what? You gonna stall me with the server merge? Yeah, I kinda figured that was gonna happen. Ooh. Oh, okay then. At least they're asleep. Not bad. I can't imagine sleeping in that position. Has anyone in real life ever done so? I'm the ghost. And that's enough for tonight. I don't feel like going more. Remember, I've got to do things for me and my own health. Fucking hell. I kind of remind myself of that. It's rather disappointing, but whatever. I work within the limits I have. Sometimes I have a hard time thinking about other people's motivations and how those motivations may contrast with my own. Not from a lack of care, just from a lack of not being able to logically understand it. Or even if I can logically understand it, not being willing to put myself in that same headspace. Oh well. To those of you who snuck by and saw a fragment of this recording, thank you. To those of you who stuck around and watched a good chunk through, I deeply appreciate it. I hope you all have a good day, good night, whatever time or non-time it is. And if it isn't good, you're feeling stuck, lost, alone, frustrated, confused, whatever. Well, I hope that things either improve, stay manageable for you out there, and that you find a ledge to sit, rest, and vent on, without hurting yourself or others now. We're trying to keep the world at least just a little bit more sane. Not deal mental damage here. Not going to read it. So avoiding that. In any case, my name is Flicker. I've gotten my dailies done, so I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye, this catalyst is out!